Hi, Leo. How are you? All right, welcome to this space. If you're new, and welcome back if you're returning, of course. All right, Leo. There were so many little things that came, so let me just share a bit, and then we'll jump in your cards, okay? The first thing is you have good intuition. You know, intuition meaning you have a feeling, and you know that's the right thing to do. You don't have to question it. If you need to, you can, but I feel like you're going to come up with the same answer anyway. I also feel as if there could be maybe a lot of people trying to talk to you, or maybe some people wanting your attention, but I feel like you paying attention to your own home, to your own heart, to, like, I heard be true to you, be true to what you need right now, because if you do that, then you're going to be the greatest service to others anyway. I also saw the red shoes story from Women Who Run with Wolves, which that's a beautiful story. But let's try to come up with the gist of this story. I would say the part where this person they had made their own shoes, they had made their own clothes. Now, some people somebody considered that rags, right? They considered it like whoever this person was and what they created wasn't enough. And they traded it out for what was considered more. But in the end, that controlled them. You know what I mean? And so never, again, I guess this goes back to being true to you. Because you're a beautiful piece of art. Okay, whoever you are, whatever you wear, remember your life is like an art project. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like an art installation. So, and I guess with that, this tends, if you were a gallery, this changes, right? Or there are certain periods where this changes. It isn't always the same art. It isn't always the same painting. It could be the same painter, but it's not the same painting, right? So, but I guess also please believe in your talents. Okay. Again, I see please believe in yourself. Okay, let's see where you've been. Oh, sun. Good. Good. Well, you've been in a deep heart space, right? Let's see where are you now? Knight of Wands. What's your challenge? Oh, Two of Pentacles in reverse. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. You've been doing something you've been, and it's been so good. Now, it's not to say that now is not good, but this goes back into where maybe, because for a lot of you, this could have to do with work or other people. Again, watch your energy, because you, again, I feel like you've been being really creative, whether this is healing or art or work or having a lot of fun, depending where you are, Leo. Fun, doing a lot. You may be like, where's my energy? Or I want more. But I feel like a little period, if you haven't taken a period of rest yet from others, from certain energy, to process some things, if you haven't had that downtime yet, then you absolutely need it. And you know you can feel those who need it, okay? So please don't push yourself too much, because you will burn yourself out, and you don't need to do that. Okay. And if you have taken that downtime, or whenever you do, this is also where your energy is going to, that passion or that enthusiasm, that positivity around, the positivity you're seeking, again, it'll show up, okay? Remember, things run in cycles. I'm technically recording this for Scorpio season, which is a square to you, right? So you'd probably want to go out instead of going in, but it actually would be very helpful for you to go in and have some sort of heart conversation with yourself. And actually I guess this whole season for most of the signs have talked about that, where even regardless of what's going on, make sure that you are finding, I heard finding you're happy. And I heard, please remember that comes from not doing sometimes. Okay. It's a way to be kind to yourself. Please be kind to yourself. Let's see what you're thinking about. Well, let's start at the bottom and work up. Okay, so you're like, well, is it worth it? This has to do with what you have been learning about the moon. Why do you want what you want right now? Whatever you're wanting, why do you want it? Like the physical thing that you want, why do you want it? What's the emotion behind it? Zoomy. Good girl. You want to get up here? Jump. I guess that's also what you've been working through in a subconscious way. I do feel like you've been working through emotions in relation to love. And figuring out, well, what that is or what is enough for you, right? What are you learning about now? Or what will you be learning about? Ooh, Two of Wands. Well, it's making a decision out of love. Making clear decisions because you realize, well, life's short. I mean, it's infinite. But life sure does fly by, you know, especially once you reach a certain age, time becomes a different thing and it seems to fly by. And sometimes that can equate like a really peaceful feeling, right? Like, oh, it's been forever and it feels as if no time has passed. But then there's some times where we do certain things in the end game or later on, we're like, man, why do we waste so much time doing that? Now, of course, there's always a lesson in however long we spend time doing something, right? Sometimes it's even necessary. You know, everybody learns the lesson, however. So what are you wanting right now? It's like a really independent, I'm seeing a really independent choice. But it's not, in ways of trying to prove anything. It's just out of respect. Respect is the... Let's see, what are you thinking about? What's consciously? Okay. Again, I see. If you've been working too much, if you've been doing too much, or struggling with something, and it's almost like too, you're like trying to make it to the shore, but for some reason the water's going backwards, and you're like, I'm just tired of this. Well, I guess this is allowing the ocean to just take you out, which Pisces represents sleep and comfort and sort of separateness in a way too, and it can feel a little uncomfortable at first, but then there's something about it that, well, I heard brings the most fantastical feeling. I heard 3 strikes, or like, there's something about 3, well, I did see it. It was like 3 strikes, you're out. That's the rule, right, of the game. Is that your rule? How many strikes do you, in the game of Leo, like, how many strikes is it till somebody gets out? And I guess this is about, like, what you let slide, or what... Is there, I just saw someone trying to catch a fish that jumped out of the water, and they were like, blah, 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 which is another Pisces thing. And they couldn't, they were trying so hard. But then it plopped back into the water. So I guess in some ways, remember that whatever you cannot catch, I guess you don't need. Just a second. What's your next step? Oh, I guess we can mention it. These are generals, so how do I see this? It's like, if a conversation is the same with somebody, again, too frictional, not major, just like it kind of feels, there's not a fluidity to it. This is where it's almost like sticky versus slippery, but there's still something where these are kind of the same. I see, please take some space. Don't worry about what others think. I see, just be honest with where you're at, please. I also see someone praying for like a resolve too. Like praying to, somebody's like praying or asking to do the right thing. They're like, please help me do the right thing. So I guess remember that all prayers are heard. You know what I mean? Like the words go somewhere, which creates something. but not everything is an instantaneous, you know. Say someone was in autumn and they're like, oh my God, summer's my favorite season. And then all of a sudden it was like summer. It would be too weird. Sorry, baby. Do you know what I mean? It'd be that's too fast. And again, there's a need to kind of slow down. Even getting into that energy made my heart, that was uncomfortable. Well, I see it again. How many times does something need to happen before you're finally like, you're out? Or which in this game, it's a friendly game. You know what I mean? Like if someone gets out, it's like, oh, you go on the bench, you get the bat again. It's not like exiling something from a situation. It's just sort of like, okay, I heard we're playing and these are the rules, and it's like you have an opportunity to do this, so you. And then I saw someone hitting it right out of the park, but they hit it to the right field, so that means they're a lefty. There's a lefty, there's a southpaw. I heard there's a southpaw in these parts. Okay. What are you embarrassed about? Are you embarrassed about something, or are you like, what's this? Where are you afraid of being judged? So I feel like you're a pretty free spirit. I don't feel like you really think about that. But you're a human, even though you're mostly feral. So where do you feel like you wouldn't be safe enough or respected if you were... Well, I see someone laying something on the table. Maybe you're actually afraid of getting what you want, too. Like what it would really be like, the changes, say, you want to make in yourself or in your life or what have you. I heard the pinnacle of right, you rule love, like, of in creation. It's like the pinnacle of that. I feel like maybe, are you afraid of all it could be? Like if it arrived, if what you want like arrived right now, I guess, are you ready? Is a good question. Do you have most of the boxes checked, if you will? Right? Well, I actually saw it specifically, like, the example of someone in, like, a mediocre relationship, where you know you could do... Someone in a situation where they know they could do better, but they just kind of take that because they don't want to be without something. Even though there's something so beautiful waiting in the wings, right? Like someone's like, oh, I really want like a beautiful, respecting, loving, creative relationship with people, what have you, but someone's just taken mediocre. So you have to make space for something too. And this goes back into spending some time with yourself again, creating like... Maybe this is creating more of who you are. Like, it's like building the second story upon you. You know what I mean? Doing some renovations in yourself. It could have to do with some of your homes. We did talk about home earlier. And I feel like this is now until March. Again, Pisces. There's something about that. If you take, what is that? November, December, January, February, March. Yes. If this is the next 5 months, depending on when you find this. And I want you to know that you are safe and loved and protected. Yes. Whoa. Yes, 10 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Awesome. This is a stable job. It's a stable family. It's togetherness. It is... something about being a good observer. Let's see how to overcome 10 of Pentacles. Just a minute. Are you afraid of being like one of your parents? Or for instance, mother-father situations towards you, or you as a child, you as an adult, whatever, it's sort of a lifelong thing. Like, there's little sprinkles of our parents, and I feel like in everybody, in a way. Some are more obvious than others, of course, like thicker or more threads in the tapestry. But, like, who was the most influential woman in your family to you? Or what were the women like in your family? And I see, who is the softest one? Or the most nurturing? The one that you felt strength. The one that warms your heart when you connect with her. I feel like she could also be of service to you, whether she's here or physically or not. She can help you with your self-esteem. Maybe you're working through something there too, in ways of changing some sort of family cycle. You know what I mean? Or like some sort of... yeah, some sort of circle. Like a moon circle. Which I guess can also represent feelings that go around and around and around and around and around, right? So remember, you're the one that stops. I guess that's kind of your challenge too, is to stop the momentum of something so that you can find some sort of place to halt and like observe. You need to step back, Leo, from something, yes, to be able to feel into it correctly, because if you participate something about participating on the surface is not going to cut it. Like, and maybe this is something where like it might look good on paper, but the reality of it is like different. Yeah, you think about that. Feel, and then really what it is feel about that. And then I also see you can take those feelings and do something really creative with that. And especially over the next, I feel like 3 to 5 months, this is a big deal too. Which I guess is averagely 4 months, right? Now until your opposite season, I see. At least take some time to think about what you are really wanting to plant in the future. In relation to yourself first, not to be too much of an individual, but you need to know what you want, right? You rule that. I want. And we're in I desire time, so that's important. And then because subconsciously you're already I guess when whatever it is about your conscious wants, what am I doing? It's like a lion paw, like but it's not extending necessarily the hand, like the paw out. So I guess subconsciously there's something that you're already working out in what you want with other people by figuring out what you want in yourself. And I do see you readying yourself for something that is, I heard, more appropriate to who it is that you really are. Star. Good. And I say specifically, please put some energy into what you want to create. And I saw someone blowing out birthday candles. It's like, you can make a wish now if you want. I mean, be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. I learned that one. But really, like, I feel like it would be a night. We talked about new contracts actually this past March. So from then, which is about 9 months ago, until the next round, it's like, well, what are those new contracts? Because some things do take, certain things that you grow do take longer, Some take days, some take weeks, some take months, some things take years, right? So, and we generally work on a yearly cycle. That's important too, right? So no need to keep doing the thing that ain't doing it for you. Do you know what I mean? But please know why. Because the grass, for instance, is not always greener. It's like your perception, right? And so what is that perception again? What is it that you're wanting? Queen of Cups. Because I know you're wanting something emotionally fulfilling that is also stable. That's important. Maybe that's, or are these things that you want? Is that what you want? What do you want? Leo, what do you want? If there's anything in life where you have to constantly fidget with it to keep it from falling apart, okay, it's not for you anymore. Or you need to step back from it because it's too wobbly. Do you know what I mean? It also means that you're everybody in the group is not putting together the energy of it, and maybe that's a part of it, is like, what's fair or not, right? For instance, you to Libra is a sextile, so like, you want fairness in your relationship. You want to actually love to be with other people and do things with your partner or with your friends. You like groups, sure, because you're Leo, but you also really love one-on-ones. I'm guessing that you do, right? And you want to create with that, yes. Like, you want to physically do things. And I just saw someone like clinging their glasses together in a really sweet way, and there's it's the little things, right? I wonder what the percentage would be of Leos that actually enjoy spending quality time with their partner. I feel like it would be high. I mean, you still need your alone time, of course. But there's something about that, Leo. Huh. Who was your first, who was your childhood crush? This could be back in elementary school, you know, who was your childhood crush? Who was, like your first sort of, when you started to become an adult, maybe like a teenager, early 20s, something like this. What was that person that you dated? And then, or that's significant to you. And then, there's one more in there. You'll have to pick where that is. But that's yes, that's something to consider. Maybe your energy stops flowing towards an old emotional space too. You know what I mean? Like your heart. I heard you can divert the culverts in your heart. Now that you've gotten the spare keys back from the tenants that you made, the spare keys that you gave to the tenant, the old tenants of your heart, right? Which was a reading of yours, yes, a while ago. Okay, I love you so much. I know you keep your pain a secret too, or your frustrations. It's probably natural to you. Another way of respecting yourself is honoring those feelings, and then at times learning, or please, like expressing to others really how you feel, and not feeling like they're going to judge you, even if, for instance, I heard you kind of pop off. I mean, apologize if it's too much. But you just not keeping how you feel a secret is, again, very respectful to others and yourself. Okay? Yep. Please honor your feelings. It's the only way anybody else is going to do it anyway. And it's really the only way that you get what you want. Which is probably what you need anyhow. So keep up the good work. One step at a time, and I see again. Stepping back for at least the next few months until Saturn time. I feel like that would be helpful. I mean, of course, holy days are coming, etc. But like, for the most part, be conscientious of taking some time for yourself to be quiet, to go out in nature, go for a drive by yourself, like go work on your project in your garage or whatever, wherever it, you know what I mean? Like, please. I love you so much. I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.